Yo, what is up, guys? This is the Brook Joe here. I wanted to go over the 3 new LEGO Star Wars sets that we have coming out here right around the corner. So first up, we have the 75330 Dagobah Jedi Training. We also have the 75329 Death Star Trench Run, and we also have, last but not least, the 75339 Death Star Trash Compactor. And so let's go ahead and just start with the first one here. We have the Dagobah Jedi Training. This is set to cost $80 in the US, and all these sort of have a similar vibe as, their vignette displayable pieces. In my opinion, most probably comparable to some of the May the 4th promotions we've gotten in recent years. However, a little bit bulkier, I would say, as far as the sort of black display stand area, and then overall just a much more filled out design on all these than those, but similar sort of style and vibes, I would definitely say. So this is probably my favorite out of the 3 here. So something that I think is going to be talked about a lot with these sets is the price and what you're getting for that. And I will say overall, I do think that these are a little bit overpriced. Specifically, the Death Star Trench Run. If we just go talk about this set again, the Dagobah Jedi Training. I want to focus on the minifigures here, as with the rest of the set, you kind of get what you see. I mean, it's just a nice display piece, and that goes for each of these 3 here. And from that perspective, it just has to be a set. Is that a display piece you want? And you're willing to pay the price for it. But getting in more of sort of the nuances and the minifigures of this set here, you have 3 minifigures. We have Yoda, which is going to be the same that we've had in past sets. However, we do have a new Luke Skywalker minifigure. I say new kind of lightly, though, because the only difference comes from torso and legs, slightly different printing there. So if that's something you're interested in, it does appear to be a slightly different Luke minifigure. And also, too, that R2-D2 as well has a little bit of a special, I guess you'd call that head, or it has some mud on it and things like that. So that is going to be unique to this set as of now. So if you're really into sort of unique minifigures or just the subtle nuances and different prints and things like that of these characters, even though we've got them several times in sort of the same theming, that's a little bit of an extra perk for you here. But yeah, 3 minifigures, 1,000-piece set, $80, a nice display piece, and my favorite out of the 3 for sure. Moving on to the Death Star Trench Run, this set is going to have 665 pieces, and it's going to be $60, available May 1st. This, to me, looks closest to some of the May the 4th sets that we've gotten, just because we have the sort of mini scale here. And, I mean, same sort of deal with the other one. It is a great display piece, but, you got to decide if this is something you really want, I guess, as a display piece, the Death Star Trench Run and this mini scale. I do think it would look great on a shelf. However, the main thing for me here, like I said, this one is probably the exception as far as being, I would consider this to be overpriced. Like I said, the other 2, maybe a little bit, but nothing too crazy. This one, for me personally, I would consider overpriced, just given the fact we get, 0 minifigures, and this is a little bit smaller as well of a footprint. So for me, it almost even looks more closely to May the 4th promo. So spending $60 on this, knowing that we've got these basically, kind of free in the past for purchases, just doesn't sit super well with me. Obviously, it has more pieces than those and everything, but just overall a bit underwhelmed of this set. But honestly, it is a nice display piece. That's kind of the thing with a lot of these 18 plus sets and things like that, or even the helmets. I think you could argue with a lot of those that they're a little bit overpriced because they're on minifigures, smaller pieces, all that stuff. But at the end of the day, it's sort of just what it comes down to a little bit with some of these display pieces, as we've seen lately, especially with the lack of minifigures and things like that and UCS sets. All right, now we're going to move on to the last one here. This one has actually not really been, we don't have any official images yet, but lots of images have been sort of coming out. So this one is very interesting. It's rumored, it's been listed for a while, that this is going to be a $90 set. However, I've also heard conflicting reports that this may be $60. To me, that would seem more in line with what I would expect for this set, but I could see 92 because this will come with, I believe, 6 minifigures. So, I mean, if it's 90, I do think it's kind of in the same boat as Death Star Trench Run, overpriced. If it's 60, I think it's pretty fair. So as far as the display piece for this goes, I don't know. For me, I wasn't never really looking for like a trash compactor display piece, but it does look decent. It doesn't look bad. I think the highlight here, though, definitely is the minifigures you're going to be getting. You're going to be getting Chewbacca, Luke, Han Solo, and Leia there. One interesting thing about the Luke minifigure, it does appear that these Stormtrooper outfits are going to be updated. You can't really see any of, it's basically a full white sort of hinge on the torso there too, so that's a new, so that's why, it's going to have the white hips, so this is basically confirmed that this is going to be the new Stormtrooper design that we're going to see in this set. And then something that I don't think was initially seen by some people, or we've just gotten these images as of recently, is actually, I think we're going to be getting a C-3PO and R2-D2 in this set, which moves us up from 4 minifigures to 6 minifigures, as you can see from the back box art here in this sort of small image. I know it's blurry, like I said, no sort of official reveal pictures yet, so it's hard to tell, but I believe that those will be the new R2-D2 and C-3PO minifigures in this set. So again, that's honestly a nice little a perk for a set like this. One other thing too is that the fact that the trash compactor moves in and out. I do think that's not really necessary in a set like this, in a display piece like this. I think they probably could have saved a little bit on piece count and things like that, and overall maybe came in at a lower price if they didn't have that functionality. That's just my opinion. I think I would just prefer them not to have that, and maybe have it cost $10 cheaper. I don't know if that's feasibly possible, but kind of just over my overall thoughts on some of these display sets that have functionality is that maybe you should just kind of stick to what the purpose is. And it's very clearly for these three that these are sort of, display sets put on the shelf and they look nice. So overall, these 3 sets, I'm excited for them. I don't think I'm going to be picking any of them up day one, definitely not day one. I think that Dagobah Jedi Training is going to be one I'm going to keep an eye on for possible sales on Amazon and things like that. That's definitely my favorite out of the 3. And I'm interested to see, too, where the trash compactor comes in at a price point, 60 or 90. I think that sparked a lot of conversation about prices and things like that. If it is 90, I think, yeah, that would be surprising to me as well. But we'll just have to see about that one. Let me know your guys' thoughts on these sets. You think they're overpriced, or you think they're justified? I'm interested to hear your thoughts in the comments below. If you're new here, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, guys, this is the Brick Joe, signing off.